Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Zubu TV, a game between Execration and Where's Gaming Unity. This is a best of 5 and the last game of this best of 5 as we are in the finals for this tournament. This might be, or sorry, is for sure gonna be the last game of the ProDota Cup the series season 9 by Zubu TV SEA region. All casted by me. It's been a beautiful run guys until now. And it's a pleasure to say goodbye with these two teams playing off. Hopefully this one is not a stump. Hopefully it's more of an exciting game as everything is on the line for this game. Right, who am I though? My name is DSwordfish and I will be your caster for today. Here giving you information, here giving you analysis, occasionally typing to solve any adminning issues, but usually just concentrating on the game. And that said, if you do enjoy the cast again, follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, tell me why. Let's get into the game. Execration versus Where's Gaming Unity. We have the pick and ban phase already, and the bans will be the following: Execration, banning the Isle, Ricky, Husker, and Juggernaut, as Where's Gaming Unity ban out the Meepo, the Bad Rider, the Timbersaw, and the Shadow Demon. They pick up the Axe and the Dazzle, as Execration picks up the Sanking and the Kunkka. So Sanking Kunkka, good combo in general. Burrow Strike plus the Torrent is quite powerful. Even have a nice little initiation with the huge ass Burrow Strike. Then you follow with a Boat, you follow with a Torrent. Worst case scenario, you can get pickoffs easily with the X marks the spot plus the Epicenter, honestly, as you can, that's almost a guaranteed kill every time. But Where's Gaming Unity will bring out their big guns, and we are going to see Axe and Daz already picked up by them. No Abed Meepo, which is interesting in this whole tournament, sadly. Oh, we've seen Abed Meepo once, he destroyed the enemy team, so there's no more Abed Meepo anymore. It's sad that they have no Earth Spirit this time as well, because no Tims, it'll be Ewe in his place. Apparently that's his name, Ewe, that's what they told me, so thanks, by the way, for the correction, chat. Now, Axe and Dazzle is very strong combo. The Ogre Magic to combine, the Ogre Magic to boot, that's amazing. The Ogre Magic with the Bloodlust helps the Axe go in easier, and that with a Poison Touch is easy kills, honestly, on the Kunkka and the Sanking, even in the early game. Ogre Magic is a strong support, has a lot of magical damage. And Execration bring out the Faceless Void themselves. Last game they were fighting against a Faceless Void, they want to evade that Wombo combo up again. And that's a fair pick. Faceless Void with the Kunkka and Sanking is also a huge Wombo combo for themselves. And while Where's Gaming Unity have a smaller 10-minute, 15-minute strong combo for the Axe and Dazzle especially, and strong lane presence, Execration has a big Wombo combo that lasts till 40 minutes with the Chrono plus Boat plus Epicenter. And that's going to kill most everything on the enemy team, maybe even the Axe because he's kind of vulnerable to magical damage. They could run the Faceless Void in the off-lane position, Sanking mid, but most likely they'll just run him as a carry and snowball from that. Especially because the Diffusal Blade is quite nice against an Axe in general. Take away all his mana. Has Axe's mana issues. Usually doesn't go for Arcane Boots, goes for Tranquils, and that's what puts him in a dangerous position mana-wise. Sure, Ogre Magi and Dazzle both will have Arcane Boots, but you get the idea. Also, the Diffusal Blade and the Time Block are both magical damage sources, so it's not blocked by armor, meaning that the Berserker's Call Axe will still receive quite a lot of damage if he gets bashed and or mana burnt. Right, that said, Where's Gaming Unity, what do you pick up against this Void? Morphling looking pretty good, did work for them the second game, so there's no reason not to pick it the third game. Sure, Execration lost in the Morphling in that second game, but Where's Gaming Unity destroyed with them in the shotgun build. Could still be useful, frankly. And they played a great Morphling, Aji played a great Morphling. That's one of the games they won, so there's no reason not to repeat again. He's not particularly weak against what Execration have right now. They're going to run out Luna instead, and the Shadow Demon has been banned, so it's not going to be Delusion Spam Luna, but rather a buffed up Luna with that Bloodlust. That gives her a lot of attack speed, which is a good thing, the attack speed particularly.
Invoker.
Aw, nice guys. I love these guys. What chill people. But the Luna is good because you combine it with the Ogre Magi buff, and you can even get a Manta style later on with the Shadow Wave. Yeah, no, I will never complain, obviously. The Invoker himself, good combination with the Faceless Void, quite fantastic, with the Exort build, the Quasi-Exort build. And, I mean, the team fight for Execration is fantastic. He could go for Quasi-Wex too, to destroy the Dazzle and Axe. I mean, nice, because you have the Tornado, plus EMP, take a while the mana. And that plus Faceless Void Diffusal Blade could be quite dangerous. But I do really love this Invoker in the Quasi-Exort position, because you can easily get kills just with the Sanking even. And it is looking that Execration is missing one last support. But it could also be that they're missing an offlaner, or a carry, really, and Sanking be running the support position. Now, a last ban by Execration. You have 2 supports, 1 offlane, a carry Luna, and now you need a mid. Puck's fine, seems a fine ban though. I was guess Storm against the Chrono. Nah, Storm is bad. What do you actually? I'm thinking. What could where is Gaming pick? They could pick the Tinker again. Actually, they could pick the Tinker. The Face's Void is a bit strong against, but so is the Kunkka though. That's the one issue. And yeah, Kami calls me, by the way. I love when it goes to 5th game in the best of 5. If it's like 16 games a day, it's a bit too much, especially if a team loses in a stupid way. But in a best of 5, it has to get to the 5th game. Because it's fight. Oh my god, I was not expecting Crystal Maiden. I love the intensity of a 5th game in the best of 5. It has to be. It's a final, you know. I want it to go to the 5th game. Right. Where's Gaming Unity will have a last pick here. Crystal Maiden, it's nice. I like it with the Face's Void, and it fulfills the same strategy, but it also gives them very strong lanes, which I think is what they're going for against the Axe. Crystal Maiden is also particularly strong against an Axe in general, and not too weak against a Dazzle herself. Long range on Crystal Nova, and the Frostbite puts anyone in a Shallow Grave into a dangerous position. Only issue is the Frostbite can be dispelled by the Manta style. That's beyond the point. Right, honestly, the Tinker seems alright, though. I gotta give it to Where's Gaming. They could run the Tinker. The OD is also pretty good with the Ogre Magi combination. They give a bit more team fight. They might need some extra initiation though. OD maybe a bit weak against Face's Void. They can still run the Morphling actually in the mid lane. And they did that before. And against an Invoker, shouldn't have much trouble either. Oh! Oh! The Pudge comes in! The Pudge comes in for Nana! Jesus Christ, the Pudge. Oh, a Pudge mid. I can't believe they're running a Pudge mid for the last game of this tournament. That is ridiculous. Okay. I don't know who bet on... I don't know who bet on Where's Gaming Unity, but throw your Arcanas out the window, boys. It's time for Pudge. I'm very sorry about this, guys, for anyone who bet for Where's Gaming Unity. I don't know. Last time they picked him... I mean, honestly, in this draft, the Dazzle, last time they picked him was a Pudge Omnet, okay? Not too good. This time, with a Dazzle, hey, might work out. You're up against a Face's Void. Pudge is a hard counter to Face's Void too. Easy kills on Crystal Maiden. Easy kills on the Invoker too. And on top of that, you have a solid carry to begin with. So it's not that bad. Oh, sorry. There it is. Okay. This is going to be an interesting game. Oh, good game 5. What? I mean, I love when they go game 5 and they say, fuck it, we're just going to pick a Pudge. And we're just going to win with this Pudge. If they win a tournament with a Pudge, that'd be so intense. Nah. I am excited for how this pick is going to go. Alright, let's see. Before we do so, allow me to present the teams. First of all, my name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Thanks for all the nice comments, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's a pleasure to cast for a nice audience. It's always... it just makes the casting so much better, you know? Because the viewers really, you guys make the casting good. Anyway, if you'd like me, at DSwordfish, that's my Twitter handle. Right, Where's Gaming Unity on the left-hand side? We're going to have the Malaysian team, Afu, on the Dazzle in the support position. Second support being Wen on the Ogre Magi. Carry this game will be Ajit on the Luna. Nana will be playing the Pudge in the mid lane. And Kang in the offlane with the Axe. Meanwhile, for the enemy team, Execration, the Filipino team, BYB on the Sanking in the offlane position. The 2 supports being Ewe on the Crystal Maiden and Kimo on the Kunkka. In the mid lane, we're going to have Abid on the Invoker, always a treat. And finally, Gabby as the Face's Void in the carry position. And frankly, the Face's Void, the Abbot Invoker is not as good as Meepo, but he still has quite a lot of skill on the Invoker. Abbot Mirana is honestly the best Abbot heroes in my opinion. Is his Meepo, his Mirana, and the Invoker. The Mirana is quite fantastic for Abbot. He does a lot of weird plays, but some amazing plays too. However, his Invoker's good too. His Invoker's probably his 3rd best hero among his meta heroes. Tinker is alright for Abed, but I would say that his Invoker's a bit more superior. He has the issue with that he doesn't strategize well with the Invoker. As a typical Meepo player, his strategy is lacking, but his mechanical skills are high. So oftentimes he'll just be able to get off like big combos off and stuff, but won't know what is the right spell to use all the time. Just gets off the combos constantly. But he gets them off so consistently, and he's not like a Yule Scepter plus Sunstrike plus Deafening Blast kind of combo guy. No, I mean, he uses the Ice Blast plus the Tornado, the EMP Tornado, sometimes he'll use the EMP in combination with an Ice Wall, the Force Spirit Skull Snap, the EMP Cold Snap, etc. He has a good variety of spells, but at the same time has a hard time strategizing when to use which. And he's not the best Quaswex Invoker, that's also true. His versatility with the Invoker is limited to the Exort build. And oh, I'll be careful. Ignite. Ignite is quite harassing this Invoker. But Nana could easily get killed on Ovid already. Just a good punch hook and rot. Ovid has no escape mechanisms whatsoever. And look, this is what they're going for. They're committing hard. If they hit him with a hook, he should be able to grab him. I think they're just waiting for Ovid to go there. The hook is low range. Finally grabs Ovid. There's the slow, but no help from the Ogre Magi. Only last hits now, or only auto attacks now. Ovid is just being slow by the rot. They have enough damage though. One last hit will do the trick. Nana not being hit by the Sunstrike, but being hit by the Torrent. Here comes the Crystal Maiden too to help out, but that's a Crystal Maiden with only a Frostbite and an Aura. Not going to be able to even slow down the enemy team. Good kill on the Invoker. Starting out well with his punch, and we have seen Nana punch. Nana punch, it's amazing. So, that said, you know, I mean, he is really good on the hit. The only times that, I mean, I joke around that, yeah, you can say goodbye to your icons, but Nana punch is legit pretty good. The only thing is, I don't know how, I don't like the punch in the mid lane, or any sort of core role. I don't think the punch fits that well. I think punch support is pretty nice, but punch in the core role is a bit weak, because his initiation is much weaker than heroes like Slardar or Axe. However, you already have an Axe for good initiation regardless, and, oh, sorry, in the bottom lane, they do kill off the Axe with the Sunstrike. You do have the Axe for good initiation, and you do also have a Luna for a strong carry, so I mean, his punch is just a poor man's puck kind of thing right now, with a bit better defensive skills against the Void. I don't know. I don't dislike the pick that much, really, to be fair. And yeah, thank you, Pulse. My voice is much better today. Much, much better. Yesterday I went and had a weird concoction. I'm glad. Nice to have you here again, Pulse. As per usual, I love seeing old viewers. I'm glad that I can cast today and not cry as the game goes into game number 3 twice. Right. Nana will be taking on these creeps down in the mid lane. And his last hitting is pretty good. Also combine it with some good hooks. So he's honestly should win the lane. Even the Cook has been forced to rotate to this mid lane. That's fantastic. That's what they're looking for. Force rotations to the mid lane. And if the wrong support comes in, the best part about it is, oh, what a hook! Hits Abed right next to the creep. Barely grazes, then the Torrent comes in, but the Torrent misses. And Nana has to give up this kill. However, that was fantastic hook. Did you see that? Barely grazed the creep. He bent the bullet. If anyone has ever seen that movie, oh, this time they do miss the hook. If anyone has ever seen that movie where they bend the bullet, he bent the hook. That was amazing. Now BYB, the issue is Kank should be winning this lane against BYB in general, but with the support rotations, he's been put in a difficult position. They've killed him once, there's a lot of support rotations often, and Kank didn't have the necessary levels to deal with the caustic finale sanking. And obviously, the more levels the sanking has, the more he'll win the lane, right? However, the Axe has been, you know, should be able to get last hits now, especially if the Kunkka leaves his lane. And if they get a couple kills on the Invoker, they're forced to support rotations into the mid lane, which is what they're looking for. Luna also has been having free farm in this aggressive tri-lane they kind of ran. It's just mainly, I think, just not to fight with the sanking, and that's fine. You know the enemy team is going to run somewhat of an aggressive dual lane kind of thing. You run the Axe, sacrifice him. Axe might even go down here. Right, there's the slow. First, second, a second. But they sacrificed the Axe for farming the Luna, and frankly, if you look at the net worth, you can see how worth it that is when the Void cannot even go into the enemy lane, and just farming the jungle with his Iron Talon, while the Luna is farming the lane easily. And sure, the X has died a couple times, but you don't care about the Sanking getting that farm at all, really. And that aggressive dual lane has also crushed Cat quite a lot. We've been concentrating a lot on this mid lane, mainly because I'm a big fan of the punch, but it's working out well. Now let's see. And with this, Ajit will be taking down this top tower. Top tier 1, a lot of gold going for their way. Bunch is also surprisingly beating the Invoker by a lot in terms of last hits. I don't know if that's double damage rune, the rod, or the constant hook issues, but look at that. If you compare 15 denies, 6 last hits, he has more denies than the Invoker has last hits, meaning the Midas will be pretty late on the Invoker. Usually around minute 10. I don't know if it's going to be minute 10 Midas, from minute 8 to minute 10. A good Midas is minute 7, minute 8. A decent Midas is minute 9, and a bad Midas or an alright Midas is minute 10. Minute 12 or so, it's a recovery Midas at that point. So the punch can at least keep him at bay. This is pretty big. Alright. Let's see. I like just love watching Nana play here. Slightly biased. However, the Void also needs to find that farm. I mean, he's terribly off as well. There's no Eclipse on the Luna just yet, but the second there is, they are not going to be able to rotate onto her. It's going to be too hard to kill. Well, level 4 though on the supports and Execration. I gotta give it to them. They've been farming pretty well. The jungle mainly, using the crystal mating jungle efficiently. They're gonna catch out G. There's no Eclipse just yet. The Torn will come out. It will miss though. Never mind. The X-Focus spot was there. Also the Tidebringer. In comes the Dazzle. There's no Shallow Grave. That lack of Shallow Grave might just condemn IG. Tries to deny himself. Well, the creeps do the trick. There it is. Good denial by the neutrals. And the Luna will be going down, sure, but at least they don't get the goal from that. That's Nana. Walking slowly, get a kill, get a hook on Ewe. And he's dead meat still. The Thorn will come out, stop the Dismember, but he'll catch out Chemo, kill off Nana already with a Poison Touch, and kill off Ewe already with a Poison Touch, and what a good play by Nana, knowing that the Crystal Maiden was going to die regardless. Decides to go for Chemo instead with his hook, not securing the kill, but getting double the Flesh Heap stacks. That's big deal. Nana's participated now in a total of 3 kills, 3 Flesh Heap stacks, 6 minutes in, pretty nice. Now going to the jungle, he knows the Void is here. Can he get a blind hook? He has a Dismember. Gabby. You didn't see this. Gabby will be hooked away. And that's because they have no defensive wards. But they do have an offensive ward over here. So where's Gaming Unity using that Pudge very efficiently? And when you farm jungle, you need to put some defensive wards against the Pudge. And yeah, I do agree. Pudge should not be position 3. He should be position 4 or 5 usually. I think he's position 2 in his game. He's getting a lot of farm. And Kang is getting farm. Berserk comes in and I see him, but the Sun Strike will hit Kang pretty hard. Berserk is called to keep him alive. Now the Shallow Grave as well. The Culling Blade misses, but they still hit BYP and finish him off with that Battle Hunger. Now Wen fighting off against Chemo and Ewe. As Kang TPs away, in comes the Void. They will kill Afu. He sacrificed himself for the good of the team, but it was worth it as Pudge comes in. Gets another hook, another kill. And 7 seconds for the last hook. The haste was stolen by Ewe. If that haste was taken by the Pudge, though, that would have been a scary fat man. As he goes back into the mid lane. The Butcher looking for some meat. Wants to eat up the Invoker. It'll be a tasty treat. When he comes on sheet again, the high ground eclipse. Boom. Just bye, Invoker. Literally cease to exist. However, the big thing there, what I'd love to point out is IG and usually a lot of Where's Gaming Unity plays rely a lot on the high ground vision, and that's fantastic. As you can see, the Eclipse was actually easily available by an Invoker had he seen the Luna, but he had no high ground vision. In fact, the rewarding game is terrible. It's deplorable. Execration keeps putting wards down, in this bottom lane, and now they finally have a ward up here, but they didn't have it before, obviously. And this bottom lane has been crushed, sure, and you're killing off the Axe, but you've sacrificed all the other lanes, including the Void. Farming in the jungle, and you have no defensive wards to help them out. Against the Pudge, even against the Luna, it's a bad idea. Now the Invis plus a beautiful hook onto Abed. Thanks to the ward, it's impossible to miss those hooks. Abed, another kill, and one more Flesh Heap stack for Nana. Oh, what a game. I love watching proper Pudge. Oh my god. You guys seen this? Is amazing. Nana, I'm sorry. I can't stop talking about Nana. He's just so good right now. As the Berserk comes in, BYB has the epicenter, doesn't want to commit too hard. Even though he could have killed Ajit, really, but the Lucent Beam a bit too scary. Berserk has a 2.17 second duration, a 2-second channeling. Maybe you get the kill with the Epi, but again, the Dazzle could have come in any second. Shallow Graved him. You didn't have vision of that anyway. Oh, actually, you did. Never mind. You did have vision. So you should have seen the Dazzle was a bit too far away. Maybe just didn't want to commit too hard. Maybe he thought that the Epicenter didn't deal enough damage. It's only 660 damage at level 1. Magical damage. So it's enough to kill the Luna, but just barely. However, with a Caustic Finale, it would have been an easy pickings. But with the Epicenter, can you really hit him with Caustic Finale? Not too much, because you have to run after him, right? So you can't really auto-attack him. Oh well. Still, they don't get the kill. What is Nana Pudge doing? They're staying in this lane. The great thing, though, about a core Pudge is he can stay in lanes often and not take the jungle creeps or stacks or anything, so you leave them all for the Luna and the Axe, which is good. Because that means the Axe can recover a bit more. The Pudge just stays in lane and goes for kills. He barely even takes, like, lane farm, really only in the early game. And once he gets that Ether Lens, which he's so close to, only 100 gold away, if he does dispel that Arcane Boots, or just disassemble his Arcane Boots, then he's set. Boy, trying to backtrack some of that damage. That's how annoying it went. That's how terrible or how badly Execration is doing right now. They have to backtrack Ignite damage. That's only level 2 Ignite. Unlike the Versatile Ogre, 2-2-2 build is a nice build. Some damage with the multicast, some damage with the Ignite, and a good level of Bloodlust. Level 2 is usually the level you want to keep it at. Not for the cooldown reduction or anything, but the bonus movement speed of 12%, the attack speed of 40. The 40 attack speed becomes a big thing. It goes from 2 gloves of haste to pretty much being an overcharge in level 1, level 2. So, it's alright. You still want to max Bloodlust, probably, if you want to use it. I would still go for the Ignite build a bit more. And you still need levels of multicast. Obviously, now that you have Arcane Boots, there's no reason not to go for multicast. Mainly for that area Ignite early on. You don't really care about the multicast itself. Okay, so they do find someone here. They know there's a smoke, and the wind is still playing really dangerously. There's the frostbite. The hook catches airway. God, the epicenter comes in, but airway will already go down. And sorry, the epicenter was canceled as they stopped it with Kang. Wen being hit by the sunstrike. Good Corona that hits him, but the Shadow Grave will come in, ensure that he doesn't die. The cook onto the void was now a time walk. Gabby will go down, and they also finish off BYB in the backline. It's not going on to Chemo. They're blocking him out. The Berserker's call, spin to win, and crush him with a dunk. Execration, take down everything that's not the Invoker. Now in the mid lane, we see the Pudge coming in. Bend the hook. Won't be able to do it, but Kang has a Battle Hunger available. Sunstrike will barely phase the Pudge. This is the dismember available, and we'll use it. Kill him off cooldown. Easy kill. Cooling Blade even misses there. Did it? No. Actually didn't even use it there. Killed him off way too quickly. Now they'll go for this bottom tier 2, or tier 1, sorry. As Gabby, without a Corona, wants to initiate. There's no Eclipse on the enemy team, so he knows he can be a bit more aggressive. And the boat is also available, so boat off cooldown. The Frostbite, I guess, off cooldown. Oh, in this mid lane, they find BYB. Easy hook, but they can also hook Wen in case. That's a beautiful thing about Pudge. You can always hook Wen if he goes too far and just dies, so or almost dies. So you can actually play very aggressively using the Pudge. As long as you have a clear angle and you have good positioning, the Pudge can always hook you out. And there's nothing you can do to stun the hook, you know, like, you can't stun the Pudge out of the hook. He's too far away. It's similar to how a swap works, except better, because it takes a bit more skill to use it. Now they catch up BYB. Easy kill. Culling Blade, but the boat comes in, plus Torrent hits 3. I mean, a good boat and Torrent as far as they're concerned, but a bit too late. Should have used X marks to spawn on the Pudge, stop this dismember from happening. But then again, the Berserker's call was there anyway, so. Nana has so many flesh heaps. At minute 13, having 9 flesh heap stacks is ridiculous, you know. And he's even participating in 11 kills, which I can only presume means that he just wasn't close enough for some kills. They find out Abed. Easy Ignite. I mean, yeah. Abed hasn't even had Ghost Walk. Get a level of Wex at this point, please. You need that Ghost Walk, just in case the Bunch hooks you again. Not like they have any vision of you anyway, so at least get some sort of escape mechanism in that Ghost Walk. You need it so badly. Alright. That said, picking this out, say the enemy team probably is around there. They do see them with this ward. This is a good ward. See, at the entrance of the jungle, pretty alright. This ward, I mean, this was put up a long time ago, but it's useless right now, as you can see. Not many aggressive wards coming out from Warriors Gaming Unity either. Only this one we see. It's alright, right? It sees like a good amount of vision over there. You see, like, all this part you can see, and you can see them if they try to defend at tier 1. But now that they're tier 2 is probably what they're going to be defending behind. The better warding positions would be around this area, perhaps here, but this is a very obvious warding spot. This is an amazing warding spot right now, as you would catch out the void if he tries to go jungle. And surprisingly enough, the dewarding hasn't really come out by Execration. They barely have any sentries. 1 sentry here in the mid lane, that's really it. And another sentry near the secret shop. But I think those were to catch out the sinking anyway, so, or sorry, no, I can't, those sentries were definitely to deward, but didn't work out too well for them. In the sense that, you know, they're not that great places to deward. Even if you stop them from having Roshan wards, who cares at this point? They're not going to go for Roshan right now. They're going to go for kills. And in they go. Berserker's call. They find their way. The Pudge doesn't even bother with his Crystal Maiden. Just walks by him. He's been stunned out. The hope to bring out Gabby. We'll kill him off. And will do the same. Or I will die as well. Sorry, is what I meant. As BYB is selected as target for aggression. X wants to turn him into a pile of dust. We'll disintegrate him with one last Cosmic Finale coming on the axe, but not good enough. Chemo now hooked and shredded. Nana with 12 flesh heaps. 15 minutes in. This Pudge is on fire. This Pudge is the sun right now. They've lost every single lane, losing by a lot of gold, almost 10,000. The Luna with a huge net worth lead, even going for the Manta style super early. The Pudge himself probably going to be able to snowball into an Aghanim or the Blink Dagger. Either one is really good item, or the Force Staff, really. I love the Axe Boar, and it tends to be the build for the Pudge, mainly because the Snowball Pudge, or the build for Nana is the Axe. Mainly because if you're going to go into a carry position Pudge, you need to have an Axe, right? It's more damage, or more close. Oh my god, BYB. Selected, can't use the dismember, then Berserker's call. BYB starts attacking, and once he starts attacking, he realizes, nope, I'm dead. Berserker's call was just deadly to him. Defense misses. The Crystal Nova, at least he can get a Torrent combo, maybe on the Dazzle, and stop him out. Gets the Shallow Grave worst case scenario, misses that Torrent combo. Not what they were looking for. Another hook to catch out Gabby. does catch him out with the Berserker's Call to stop him from time walking. And they stop him. They destroy him. They're dunking. Oh, God, this Pudge. What? How? Had no vision of him. Okay, seriously, that was no vision. He just... Oh, God. Toward hits 3. And I think... I mean, Dana is still looking for chemo, but they're not even getting close. That Pudge is putting such psychological pressure, and the Luna's going to start illusion spamming. She even has her Ancient stack up, which is impressive that they've actually had one Ancient stack, considering that they're fighting the whole time. So, good multitasking by the supports, especially by Adazzle, who was the guy who got that Ancient stack up, in case you guys don't know. And, I mean, that's a lot of gold going for the Luna. That's the Manta style already for her. 16 minutes in, 12,000 net worth lead, and the gold per minute for the Luna is nearing the 600 range. The Pudge is far behind, but he is going for the Ag games, like I said. Typical Nana build of going for the Ags. With this, though, Execration is trying to look for some farm. And what should they do this game? How do they get back into the game? Main thing, really put a lot of defensive wards with defensive sentries. That's what the Crystal Maiden should be investing in. Sentries and wards, and try to get vision of your jungle, prevent the Pudge from coming in. The smokes for the enemy team, as well as giving rarely uses smokes, but they've already used up all in this game. They rarely use them because they use them much more defensively, they use them much less than other more aggressive teams. Like Elite Wolves, for example, use a lot of smokes. They love smoking. A lot of CIS teams like Fantastic 5 also use a lot of smokes. The Warriors Gaming Unity team, they use them only when they know they can get a kill and will have good vision, right? Sometimes they use a bit of failing smoke, but they have a lot in stock. However, this game they've used them a lot, and since you forced them out a lot from them in the early game, some wards will detect the Pudge immediately, and you can now farm the other lanes. Maybe keep a baby sitting on the Void. The issue is that they might be able to initiate on the Void regardless. And always keep a TP around. Maybe travel boots for the Invoker early on. He has a recovery Midas. Can they stun him out? They will. Abid dunked. Look at that trust, by the way. Kang knew the Lucent Beam was going to come in and dunks him halfway through the Lucent Beam. Fantastic. Either way, the point is, with that, they lose the Invoker. And the Invoker needs travel boots, maybe, to farm a bit more efficiently. The recovery Midas will help him out, but it's really not that great right now in the game because he has no space to farm the jungle either. Because the Pudge is just too scary. And the whole point right now is the Wombo combo is not going to work out because the Pudge is too tanky. You have to find some farm, get some damage in the Void, and once you do, perhaps going for a poor man's Void build, maybe with the Echo Saber to amplify his damage, maybe even a Maelstrom Void. Once you do, you should be able to fight a bit better. And get a Chrono, get a boat, and obviously get the Invoker damage in. Also, you need the Axe on the Invoker. Those two big items. That's the only way for Execration to win, really. Defensive play, defend the high ground, and get wombo combos with possible smoke ganks whenever they're available. They do not have smokes right now, but once they can, they should be able to do the Epicenter plus Burrow Strike smoke gank, and it'll kill anything that's not the Pudge. Just go on the Luna. The Luna's your main target anyway. She went for Manta style, which gives her a bit of farming ability. Sorry, a bit of tank ability, but not that much, really. High armor, weak to magical damage. No BKB get on her. Punish that, or try to punish that as early as you can. The Crystal Maiden pick also went really badly for Execration. They didn't utilize it well in the early game. I mean, if you saw early game, they had a lot of experience with supports, and I really want to check it. I think I can see the experience early on, and we'll see it in the analysis, but you'll see how the Crystal Maiden got a lot of experience, a lot of jungling, but no kills, and usually Crystal Maiden needs to get more kills to be efficient in the early game. He's one of the strongest early game supports, really. Often underestimated, but by far one of the strongest early game supports, especially for kills. Has a slow, has a stun, it's fantastic. Welcome to Chemo, plus the Dismember. Goodbye, Chemo. Will simply finish you off. Afu with a Shadow Cave saves his own life. The Eclipse is already out, but hasn't hit anything but the Lava Surges. However, Gabby will go down to the Eclipse. One last hit, and that last Lucent Beam will just finish him off. Kang, they want to kill him off at the very least, but yes, Berserker's Call will bring down BYB. The gem is grabbed by Warriors Gaming Unity. Like I said, those team fights are not what you're looking for. And yeah, the Crystal Maiden just got crushed in the early game. Not good enough. And yeah, Nana's Butcher is fantastic. Nana, I love his Nagasiren, because we've seen Nagasiren in the mid lane. One of the better Nagasiren players out there. Great Pudge, and also a great Invoker. Those three would be the ones that I would single out as Nana's best heroes, and always a treat to see. No. He will catch Zero drawn out with the help of the Sunstrike. Also Kang. Be going going down easily. And the first death from the Axe is detected even 3 rewards. Age is now on to the Luna, helping her out to not die even further, as if she was killable to begin with. I mean, Nazi have not. The Pudge is not died a single time, but neither has the Ogre Magi in the whole game. The Luna only once. They got 4 kills. Chances are they won't kill Pudge many times, right? In that situation. 17 stacks also on the Pudge, and he's not getting his axe. That is gonna hurt. That hook hurts a lot in the early game. You know, that's pure damage. 450 pure damage to the scepter, and also lower cooldown 4 seconds. Insane. Get out to Raincore and hooks for days. And you even lower the dismember cooldown, which is fine. Honestly, after Raincore on Pudge is not too bad, but I'd rather have a Blink the first time. I was just kidding around with after Raincore pickup. Let's see. Afu. Oh, the hook comes in. Not gonna catch anyone. That was a bit excessive. Yeah. Pudge with those blind hooks. There've been a lot of blind hooks. I wish there was a stat to see how many hooks they got in. Burrow Strike misses. Because the Manta Style. I think the Manta Style made it that. Anyway, to join in, but without any mana. I mean, look at that build. I'll talk about it in a second, but BYB, dismembered, killed. And the Axe wanted to go for the last kill. They can't quite do it. Chemo also gets hooked in. That's 2 dead. They lose their bolt. The Eclipse has been committed to this. And they lose the two initiators they really had, which was the... Now they only have the Void. They lose the Sanking and the like I said. The Stars are coming in. They will kill Afu in time, so at least that's 1 kill for Execration. But Gabby might go down. They hook back the Invoker. Gabby has to time walk out of his base. He has nowhere left to run, and Kang is committing to this. They want to kill off Gabby, keep time walking, but there, he's only going to be Culling Bladed and dunked in the end, finishing him off. That's for sure Lena Rats, if not 2. The Void has buyback, but nobody else does. And the GG, well played, comes out from Execration. 23 minutes in from a Pudge play. Fantastic. Oh god, what the fuck? Amazing! Where's Gaming Unity are the winners for this tournament. They win the ProDota Cup SCA region. For anyone who betted them, for anyone who believes in this Malaysian team, congratulations. They would be the first team to win a pretty professional cup with a Pudge pick in the last round of the best of 5. They come in with 1 loss because they came from the losers bracket and still win 3 games. Only losing a single game this series, technically winning 4 at the 4th game, 3-1. God, where is Gaming? What a team. Now, my name is DSwordfish. Hope you've enjoyed the cast. If you did, feel free to give me a follow on Twitter. I will put my Twitter up, the link in the chat. And before we do so, though, I do like to do a bit of analysis, so let's look it up a bit. What I was talking about is look at Iwi's build. Can I actually see it in the scoreboard? I think I did. I love this new scoreboard. You see this build 1 for Crystal Nova, so clearly his intentions originally were to go for the 1-1 build, 1-1-1 max Arcane Aura, but he couldn't do it because he needed some high ground defense as the game progressed and some long range spell to deal damage. That's why he went for the Crystal Nova in the end and maxed it. It was a smart choice. The Void also had to go for a defensive build, as you can see. Time Lock instead of Time Lock build for a carry. Void is terrible. The Sanking, also defensive build. Burrow Strike, not maxing Caustic Finale, getting less of that early game power. And the Dazzle, meanwhile, Alpha Dazzle loves maxing that Poison Touch early. Does not even max Shallow Wave, doesn't even max Shadow Wave by the time the game ends, but does max the Poison Touch to get that extra killing power. Similar to the Ogre Magic with a 2-2-2 build, maxes Bloodlust first to get that extra IG damage. And these are the unconventional builds that won them the game, trying to adapt to every single situation, exactly what they should be doing in this game. Now, that said, if you look at the graphs, I also want to talk about player level, and I want to look at the supports actually for both teams. So, Chemo and Ewe, and I want you to compare to Afu and Wen. As you can see here, in the early game, I can't really zoom in, but in the early game, they're pretty leveled up. They're really, consistent. But the best thing is that Chemo is actually at a high level for the first 7 or 8 minutes in the game. And so did the Crystal Maiden to some degree. If you see Ewe, I mean, he was like second in terms of level. They were pretty good off. Now, coming to the 8-minute mark, the Pudge is starting to dominate a bit. You force more support rotations. You force them to actually start losing the game. And as the game gets to the 10-minute mark, no longer are these two supports who are supposed to win in the early game farmed. And no longer do they have net worth. They actually are losing considerably. You look at the net worth, it actually goes similarly. At first, they're doing pretty well, but especially Kibo, who's farming the best. But once you get to the 10-minute mark, it's Wen and Afu who actually start overcoming them. And, I mean, Farmer's not that big of a support. The levels are much more important. But that was huge. As the Crystal Maiden and pick did not work out for them. Obviously, the most important thing was the punch, though. If you look at the overview, I mean, he did an amazing game. I wasn't even better than average because that's how good he is on the fucking punch. And if you look at the scoreboard, you can actually see how many kills he got on the enemy team. He got a kill on every single hero on the enemy team. And not even the Crystal Main that much. The main kills were on the Invoker and the Void and the Kunkka too. And killing off that initiation was fantastic for the punch. He ended up with 12 assists and 10 kills. He was fantastic. So, in the end, that's why they lost the game. Hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoyed the analysis as well. And that's me for the ProDota SCA tournament, really. It's been a pleasure casting for you guys. It's always a pleasure casting for some nice viewers. You guys make the game worth casting. Doesn't matter if it goes to the 5th game. It was intense, and that's what I liked watching. And I will see you guys hopefully with some other tournaments soon in the near future. Maybe some more ProDota if you keep watching this. And if you do want to watch me ever again, I will be on Twitter posting all my matches in as soon as I start. I don't spam. I only post once for each match, but just if you guys are interested. So, I'll see you guys soon. It's been a pleasure. Until next time, guys. Also, this afternoon, I'll be casting another European tournament, if you're interested. For all of you that are betting, I will be casting a EPG. Alright, see you guys. Until next time.